December 26th, 9:44 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. Karma? That's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution. Right? A god. Not a single case? And to be fair, neither had you, Edgeworth. I'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. That sounds very familiar. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. Yeah, people literally said the exact same thing verbatim about you. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. It's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Oh. So is he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. Now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me, times 20. Way to make me comfortable, Edgeworth. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. Guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Maya? Uh-huh. You could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry. I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, what name do I get to give him? Watch Karma be the person that's originally accused back in DL6. How fucking wild would that be? Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. Didn't get the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. Decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? Am I supposed to fight against this? I called the detective in charge of this case. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident, now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. Wait, the campground's over there? I don't know why I mentioned the campground's being over to the right. So like how the sign was pointing the exit to the right, I thought the campground would be out that way. Huh. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. I wonder if she was there to, like, oh man, there's a whole connection. I feel like she was there planted on purpose. Anyway, then the boat started to move. Went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to court. That's gonna be important later. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. Wait! Mr. Von Cartman. Yes? Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your rule. Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now! Okay. We received a call from a man. Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Ooh. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping. A lot of heart. What happened next, detective? We did the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Excuse me. Inspect him with anything at all. Hold it. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. It was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. How the fuck do you get the heart without hitting bone? Like, you know how tiny that bullet must be and how it must thread the freaking needle to not hit a single rib? Unless it's like maybe from an upward angle from below, but it definitely was not fired that way. And it might have been a slight upward angle, but not enough to go underneath the diaphragm. Right? I don't know how that would work. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Tusk, tusk, tusk. He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. There were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order! Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints are... Sorry, wrong voice. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints are found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. He fired 3 times. That's important, isn't it? Wait, I think they also said they heard it. That's gotta be important, right? The fact that there were 3 gunshots. But only 1 bullet was in the body. Like, I know this is a possibility, like, they missed or something, but, like, there's gotta be a reason they differed. Right? And they were pretty darn close to each other. How was it fired 3 times? Struggle, maybe, to get the pistol out in self-defense? Members of the court, you now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullets found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. I assume that, I'm not a gun expert, but I believe it's, the way, because a bullet doesn't just shoot out the end straight. It, like, twists, right? And at least in terms of this type. If this is, it could sound like a total fuck idiot right now, I don't know. But, and it has to, like, fit the barrel specifically, to have that twist in the air shot. It has to have the marking specifically, right? Unless they're talking about, like, just markings on it that match the gun, but... Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. Barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. Never mind. Okay, I was wrong. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. Is that a real thing? It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Oh, order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge?
I'd say it's most decisive, yes. Honestly, I can declare a verdict at this point. However,
You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I'm somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge,
yes?
what are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now!
But wait,
Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man.
Yes. Ahem. This court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway?
December 26th, 11:09 a.m.
District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. 2. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? You were right there. I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then, the other man fell from the boat. Can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. How am I gonna convince anyone of that? So it doesn't explain why his prints were on the gun. Unless he was pointing the gun at him but didn't fire? That would explain the shock on Edward's face in the scene. Okay. Say, Maya? Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's no good. You know, I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? I knew this plot was definitely gonna happen. I can't call my sister, might as well not be here, right? Yeah, you're useless. No, of course not, I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? Okay, Nick, you don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials, or defense, or I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. You never know when my luck's gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Oops.
Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness.
Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand?
Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university.
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident.
And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? I'll need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come from up on the lake, and I looked out the window, saw two gents in a boat, and there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence.
Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. people from this courtroom. I do not have order immediately.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shots. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
This voice was a horrible idea. My throat is killing me.
Order, order, order. I will have order.
The judge is also talking way too much. He's also hard on my throat.
Well, Judge,
Evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant.
Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. Yeah.
cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony. Very well, if you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in the contempt of court.
Nick? Contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? You really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony?
I think there was.
I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah. I had a bad feeling about this.
I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Very well.
I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time.
You're watching the very moment the shot rang out. Oh yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright. Not meaningless babble.
Oh, Karma, I think I need it. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? So, I have an idea. I just don't want to use an objection. Let me try this first. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not to leisurely chat with the witness.
Please don't dock me. Evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. God damn it. So... I said it was fired 3 times, but she's only saying 2. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. Sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? Well, sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained.
That's what I need.
Sustained.
Yes, of course.
Oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? There weren't any contradictions in there. Sorry, Nick. Only my sister were here. I was really taking this hard. I supposed to pick then?
I feel like that's gotta be it.
Is there...
Like, I feel like this should be able to be an objection item. That's what pops into my mind when I look at this. Like that there was another bang. It was fired 3 times. 3. Press her again. Yes. Are you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Yeah, sure. Asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. If you're talking to witness, to what end? Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. Taking pictures using my research. Research. This all sounds suspicious. Meteor showers, Phoenix. Miss Hart, can you be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
Wait, no, I'm the one who says that.
Then say it already.
Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Yar. I heard this bang come up from the lake. You weren't looking at the lake at that time. Nope. Looked after I heard that noise. Yeah, this is the same thing that already... Just gonna do my age-old press on everything option. You clearly see the 2 men. Let's look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men. But yeah, well, of course.
Witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
Yeah, but he's hiding something.
Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear now, Mr. Wright. Seems you were unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But, Your Honor...
You keep your promise.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I'll have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. Contempt of court. I suppose I made it sound way too evil.
If that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Uh-huh.
Nick. Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy.
I know what you mean. But I can't say anything. What can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision.
Then pass your judgment.
Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Hold it. Who was that?
It was me. Maya?
Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lot of heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down. This court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating you like some kind of criminal? I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What?
Did you hear what Mrs. Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again.
Order, 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 order. On contempt of court, it's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. My FA, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya?
Peh, I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
We got a time. Better find a contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it. Can't find anything in that. Can't squander Maya's efforts either. Oh, what about the other man?
You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. We'll find it, if you can. Or I have to assign you a penalty.
Yeah. That's it? Oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that. Same thing again. Well. Yeah, I guess this one, because I can't see anything here. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took. Very same. Something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. You claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What?
Mr. Wright has a point. But I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please.
Now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart.
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to your circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. Finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So, once I was finished setting up my camera, got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard a noise out by the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem.
You used binoculars. Very well. May begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Better be good. This one, will we be able to get binoculars as evidence if I press her on this one? Binoculars. Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Oh yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Got doubts about your camera too. Is that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
Camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
And yeah. Pressing further has never gotten me in trouble so far. This is make it or break it time. Camera is of the utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Oh, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked at my binoculars. Heck, how many Von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Oh, this is the same. Yeah, my camera, I got back in the car. This is a meteor shower. This is what we're arguing with her on, so let's press her here. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to take to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, we'll see. I guess I wasn't thinking too straight.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now wait a minute.
Continue with testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please.
When I heard that noise out by the lake, I looked at my binoculars. That was a heavy fog. How did binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah.
Enough! There is no room for doubt in her testimony.
She sounded pretty doubtful to me. I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. So we gotta prove this is wrong, right? Wait. I just realized something. You have to take pictures when loud noise is detected. What does that have to do with meteor showers? You can't hear the meteor. They collide with the earth. You don't hear anything. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? Also, like, the way it was pointed wouldn't be ideal for looking for shooting stars, considering it was pointed at the lake. And I'm sure you can see the. I'm sure I don't remember the exact structure of the photograph. You might see some of the sky at the top, but it's not exactly ideal. I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was she photographing?
Your Honor, take a look at this. I'm gonna start trying to photograph the lake. Is it Gordy? I feel like it's Gordy. I'm gonna go with Gordy. It's Hart. This is what you're trying to photograph.
What's this? A newspaper article. Gordy. Ah, the sighting at Cord Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard no lake monster. You got proof for something? I see you proved it out down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I'm gonna have to say I have proof. That's been their correct answer every time so far.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster?
That's a good question. I really can't afford to be wrong. I'm so low on points. Like, I'm already down like, what is that, 40%? So, one thing I think of, I'm still thinking, going back to this one, it says loud noise detected. That has nothing to do with stars. And I guess it could be to, if it hears a roar? I don't really know how it connects to this, but there's nothing else that could be proof. I'm not going to use a bullet as evidence. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Her camera was set to take pictures and photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order, order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. If I was down there trying to photograph Gordy, you got me. Or I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? And, yeah, I guess so. Exactly. We just used several precious minutes of our time to prove there's nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hi. But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You're hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. You know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. I won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. I'm going to spot it. I'm still waiting on the fact that the gun was fired 3 times. We've only been one bullet in him, and we've heard 2 gunshots. So, actually, I'm not a research student out of university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. And I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat, and the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There's no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. When Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Is there a contradiction?
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
Ha! That would be a first.
Very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there's no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. We'll announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood.
Yes, Your Honor. Let's see. Investigate a photographer. Imagine what a scoop would be if I got a picture of that monster. On the lake. That's all I was hiding. At the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Press her on this one. Is there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so. Nope. Lake was smooth as glass. Nobody was on the shore either. Wait. Contradiction in his testimony. I'll be able to beat one Karma any other way. Do something. He said there's nobody on shore. There's a picture. Hang on. Oh shit, I meant to present. Fuck. Isn't much else to look at. Yep. No, she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I thought she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What do you give me to look for? Only suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Please, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. I had to hit present. There's people on the shore right here. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give this boat a second thought.
Order! Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Huh. Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I was just... I thought, you know, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching the boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof.
Still, we can't see who was shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and...
Wait, is that enough? You've had a long day. Shut your pipe.
Shut my what? What's she gonna say? Took the photo and what? Wait a second. And there's a photograph to prove it. You really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. So she's going to enlarge the photo. So it'll drop the quality a bit, but should let us see who's who. Oh, I forgot to go into my gumshoe voice. I don't remember that happening. She enlarged that photo. I want Von Karma to let her show it. Got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. I'm wrong though. It'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Make her show it. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me to not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma?
Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
Prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
Objection denied. Can it be overruled?
The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
You still cannot see who is firing in this.
And then they're both bald. So it's not Edgeworth.
Could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence.
No, added to the court record. That is one hell of an enlargement to get that kind of quality out of that somehow.
Happy now, Mr. Wright.
There has to be something.
You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it.
Suppose this means that the cross-examination
is over, obviously.
Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lana Hart.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time.
Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict.
Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo. Somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Show other evidence, right? Wait! Your Honor, this evidence.
I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence.
Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. See no point in retracing our steps.
This is bad, real bad, what should I do? Okay, not that one. I guess object to the enlargement. Your Honor, something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
What might that be?
Mr. Wright,
you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange?
There's nothing. Show the judge what's strange about this photo. Wait. Did it say his right handprint? Isn't that what it says? I think They said his right hand is holding the pistol. It could be like a different pistol, I guess, altogether. But I'm gonna go with that this is a left hand. But he was holding it in his right hand in the little intro cutscene and at the start of last episode. So that's definitely not him then. Here, Your Honor.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
The hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand?
Hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand is...
This man's left hand is what?
Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. Gun. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting this pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth.
Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have given us definitive proof today. We know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim?
Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim?
Larry. I'm gonna say the victim himself, right? Because one thing that I think is worth noting, again, so it was fired 3 times. Only 2 shots have been documented. The first shot that got Miss Hart's attention, and the second shot, so the one that triggered the photograph. What about the third shot, which I'm gonna say is the one that put him down? There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order! Order! You were saying that the victim committed suicide.
Yes, Your Honor. I think I have no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question.
What?
The examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
Meter? That's 3 feet. It's more than 3 feet. 3 feet's a yard.
There is no way it could have been a suicide.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Autopsy report updated on the court record.
I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. This court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. This court is adjourned. December 26, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say?
No. I have yet to be declared innocent, right?
Well, yeah, but what happened up there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, or if he didn't commit suicide, then who? Shooter was about a meteor away too. What? What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. I tell you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth. I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. Thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. The only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight, but the gun was fired 3 times. I was deposition added to the court record. To be continued. Alright, this one seems to like it's gonna be a long one. So, thank you everybody for watching. 2 long episodes, or long... 2 long episodes in this episode. I don't know what to call it. This is still an episode of Ace Attorney. Alright, episode 4 of Ace Attorney is having long videos. I'll just say that. But, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. Have yourselves a great day. Goodbye.